Stray is one of those games where when you realize that it's just a cat, you get very excited to really play it. And that's if you're a cat person. You could be a dog person and just enjoy the charm of this game. But I say that to say that there is so much charm that goes into liking this game. There's so much to love, and honestly, it reminded me of my little guy, Tora. If you have been following me for a minute, you know who Tora is, how much of a butt he is, but love him to death. Every single time I played this game, it really reminded me of Tora. So personally, I really enjoyed it. It was recommended to me, and to be honest, I'm surprised it took me so long to get to it. It follows this little cat guy here. I don't think he's ever mentioned by name in the game, but it's mainly because you deal with like other kitties, you see them, and then you also see like some bots. There's good bots and there's bad bots that could possibly attack you, but for all intents and purposes, you're moving around like a cat. You're traversing puzzles like a cat. You're traversing the world. Uh, there are some bad bots that do try to kill you, and you gotta do cat things to get away from them. But it's so much charm with that, in saying that this little guy just made me like he really made me love him and love this game. Uh, I never knew his name, but God, he's gonna stick with me. In my head, it's canon that his name is Tora. They made a game about Tora, and that's just what I'm going with. And the premise of this game is that you're running around doing cat things with other cats. Suddenly you fall into this underworld city where the cat has to sort of I guess you could say like crawl its way out, but you're also kind of helping these bots kind of find their own way of living, almost like you got to find out what's going on with the slums, or at least you get to help them. Of course, as a cat, you know the cat is just trying to get out of there, but he ends up helping these kind bots in a way. And I don't want to spoil the story or anything, but there's a certain charm to it, and befriending some of these bots. Some cat things is really emphasized. They make sure that you get a chance to be a cat. You get to, see, uh, the cat like kneading on like rugs and stuff. You get to see sit in some of these bots' laps. What you're seeing right now towards the end is your little bot companion. He runs around with you throughout the game, stuff like that. But the puzzles and the way they move around as a cat, it's bar none. It's really fun. I haven't seen a game do anything like this. The characters are pretty simplistic, which is not a bad thing. I think that you're a cat, you're trying to get out, you help good bots, you get attacked by bad bots and gotta run. That's fine with me. I'm okay with that. I get the premise. I know what I got to do. I'm happy to just play as a cat. And if you find yourself kind of being happy about that as well, then I really think you'll enjoy this game. Maybe one critique that I can really think of, because usually I think games are a 10 out of 10 until you pick from them, and then you knock off a point or you knock off half a point depending on just how crazy it is. With this game, I didn't really see anything that I didn't like. It had a lot of charm, and the charm would add points to me because I know that there's a lot of games following Stray's footsteps now. Uh, there's some games that came out where you play as a cat, but not with the mannerisms of a cat that I'm really aware of. And this game definitely set the bar for a lot of other games to be able to follow in its footsteps. So with that said, I mean, this game it's pretty much a 10 out of 10. I mean, sure, there was some of the puzzles that was like, how do I what do I need to do here real quick? But nothing ever too crazy to the point of me having to actually like look it up and Google and be like, I have no idea where I need to go or anything like that. It was nothing crazy like that. And when you're traversing the pipes, when you're traversing the rooftops and stuff, man, it's just fun to see a digitized cat and to see its mannerisms. Like even now, going across the screen, just seeing how it's moving and whatnot, it was fluid. I know it's got to be hard to make a fluid, type of animal and make it look good, going up steps, down steps, jumping on a specific, platform or whatever. It couldn't have been 100% easy, but that's kudos to the developers. The developers did really good. I hear that they were a small team, a very small team of guys. It's funny. They went on record to say that their team consists mostly of cats with like a few humans sprinkled in between there, or something like that. But this is one of those games I would definitely just buy full price, just because it's not that much money anyway. It's a quick. I sometimes the short and sweet stories are just good like that. It's not an expensive game. You can get. I think it took me 5 to 6 hours to beat this game. If you go on like how long to beat, I think it says like 4 or 5 or something like that. But it's really not a long game. I got the gist of the story from what they gave me, and I ended up enjoying it. I really think everyone else would enjoy it. And if you're a cat lover, oh my God, this man, you're just gonna be giggly the whole time. Even if you're a dog lover, there's still something to love here. Who knows? Maybe these guys will end up doing a dog version. Me personally, I feel like a dog would be a little louder. You mainly hear this guy purr, and I'm fully okay with that. So, with that said, thanks again for the recommendation. I really did like this game. I was unaware of the charm that it had, and I'm happy to be initiated. So, thank you. I hope you guys like my ending thoughts of this game, and take care.